So guys, Amir Khan says that he's still got big fights left in him. He's still got a fight between, he's still got fights like Thuaman and Pacquiao left. He can still fight those guys. Listen, I've been a big fan of Amir Khan throughout his career. Followed all his career, been a massive fan of his. But I do think now he's getting... it's hard for me to be critical of him because, like I said, I've been such a big fan. But I do think... I do think that, you know, he's not looking at it from a right point of view. He's not looking at it from a right state of mind, because I would love to see him fight those guys, but not now. Or I would have loved to seen him fight those guys, but not now. Because I think he's a shadow of himself. I think he's a shell of himself. And I don't really want to see him go in the ring against guys like that are still dangerous. And I don't know. I just think he's finding it difficult to accept the fact that he's not the fighter he once was. And I think it's going to be very difficult for him after the weekend for him to go into America and get a fight there. I think it's nigh impossible. Because the Americans are very unforgiving. They ain't going to care what you've done 6-7 years ago in America and the great fights you've had. They're going to look at what you've done for me lately and what happened on the weekend. You know, even if he had gone out and given a great fight and it was competitive and he got knocked out in the 10th, that would have been okay. But what happened that, you know, that didn't leave a great taste in the Americans' mouths? It didn't. It just didn't. It was really bad, and he's come under some serious criticism. So it's going to be very difficult for Amir Khan to get those fights now. Very difficult, because the Americans are not very happy. They were very critical. And it's going to be very difficult for him to get any fights. You know, the only real fight out there for him is the Kell Brook fight in the UK, and really, I don't even want to see that. Not because I don't want to see it. It's just a fact that for Amir Khan, because I don't feel he's at the best place where he could be in his career. You know, he hasn't. If he had 70-80% left, I don't think he's got. I think the Amir Khan we saw against Terence Crawford was about 20-30% Amir Khan. I think that's how well past I think he is his best. And because I don't believe anybody could do that to him in his prime. Nobody could just easily beat him, and just without even trying. Crawford was in first gear. You know, so really, I think those fights have eluded him, and I think he needs to really think carefully about what he's saying in the media, because I think he's in a place right now where he feels he can still do it, but really, I don't believe he can. And I think Thuaman and Pacquiao are very dangerous fights, and I don't think they're going to be looking at him anyway. Keith Thuaman and Manny Pacquiao are not going to be looking at Amir Khan. They are not going to be looking at a fight with Amir Khan. Thuaman's looking for fights between, you know, the other champions. Pacquiao's looking for a fight now, probably with the other champions. And really, you've got to say that Amir Khan's draw and maybe pulling power would taken a massive hit on the weekend. You know, it'd be very difficult for Amir Khan to get the kind of money that he got for Crawford, because he's not going to get that kind of money, because promoters are going to look at that, and it's going, like I said, it's going to be very difficult for him to get a fight in America now. Many people have said his career in America is probably finished, and you probably can't disagree with that. They're probably right, you know. So yeah, I think Amir Khan should seriously consider his future, see what he's got to do, sit down with his family. And yeah, but I do think that Thuaman and Pacquiao fights have eluded him, if I'm honest. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.